Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. I wanted to film a video about this palette here, so that's what I'm doing today. So let's just get started, shall we? I've already primed my eyelids and done my eyebrows, and now I'm just going to put on, I got this kit from Sephora, it's Tatcha, and it is their Skincare for Makeup Lovers Dewy Glow set, and it had some of their really popular products in there, including this dewy skin cream, and I've been using this every day since I got it, and I can't give an official word yet, but so far I really like it. It just feels so nice because, you know, I put on my skincare and then by the time I'm ready to do my actual foundation, just everything is already sunk in, and this just kind of provides some extra moisture and glow. So yeah. Okay. Let me zoom you in because it's time to start on the eyes. Okay, so here is the palette, the beautiful packaging that we all know from Pat McGrath, and inside is the actual palette. All of her 10 pans are like this with this black, and it's super weighty, so I'm not even going to try to hold it while I do my makeup. I really hope that this is not too dark. I'm gonna move my light just a little bit closer there. Anyway, okay, I should have done this before I turn on the camera, but I'll start my little story time about getting this palette because it's a good one. So this palette is not available right now. I know nothing about it, if it will become available. I hope it will, because it's beautiful. I'm a huge Pat McGrath fan. I just love what she's doing. I love her formulas. And so for me, I collect them. I don't have all of her 10 pans. I'm missing 2, and then 2 palettes. Not there. If you know about Pat McGrath, they're numbered. So I think this one is 7, but I'm missing the cool toned one with that blue in it, and I'm missing the one with the green in it. And then I didn't get the limited edition one with all the shimmer shades because I wasn't into Pat McGrath at that point. When that came out, I started finding out about her makeup right after that happened. So I have, I don't know, 4 of these big mothership palettes. Makeup is my hobby. They're wickedly expensive, but as I just said, makeup is my hobby. So the price to me is not going to deter me, I guess I will say. I'm dipping into this shade here, right here. I just went in like once or twice, and then I'm gonna work that through my outer V and through my crease. I prefer to start off slow and build up with Pat McGrath shadows because they are quite pigmented. So just a little bit at a time, and I'm just doing windshield wiper motions, and then when I get the pigment to where I want it, I will go and do circular motions to blend it out. So did I say, yeah, this is a shimmer? Normally I do not put shimmers in my crease, but Pat's shimmers blend out so nicely, so there's just like a little sheen. And this is such a pretty transition shade. Okay, so that's nice and blended out. Now I'll do the other eye. So I saw this palette pop up on YouTube. Some of the YouTubers like Mel Thompson and Kelsey Brianna J, this palette was exclusive to Selfridges, which is an app in the UK. And to buy it and get it to the US, you had to pay like a $30 shipping. And it kept coming in stock and out of stock on Selfridges. I downloaded the app, but these palettes are already quite expensive. And I was just like not wanting to, you know, spend that extra money on shipping, because I thought, you know, I really think this will come to the States. I mean, why wouldn't it? So I checked my promo emails, and I'd had one from Pat that had like an early access code for this palette on her website. I'm going to take this shade here, which is the darkest matte shade, and I'm just going to tap in, and I'm going to deepen my outer V and run this through the, you know, last third of my crease. So I just basically stocked this palette because I just so badly wanted it. I just think it's so pretty. I love the rosy tones. And sure enough, you know, it did come on Pat's website. So I set a reminder in my phone. I got the email, got the whole, you know, shebang. Ordered the palette the morning it released. And it's sold out. I don't even think it ever went up on her website. Like, I think you had to have the code through the email. I don't think it ever showed, like appeared. If you just went to patmcgrath.com, I don't think it ever appeared on her website like that. So I impatiently waited for my little black Pat McGrath box to arrive in the mail. Just going to take that first fluffy brush that I started out with no additional product and just give another little blend over. So I was like watching my email when it shipped. I found the date that it was supposed to arrive, you know, all that. I'm sure other people do that too, right? I'm not the only one, surely. And the day that it came, I got a notification that it was delivered, and it was not delivered to my house. And I was so bummed. I'm going to take this shade here. This is it looks white in the pan. it is a shimmer. It's a pink duochrome. So that's what it looks like. And this is going to be my lid shade. Just on my finger. So I checked out the Pat McGrath site and it said, oh, you know, sometimes this happens, that UPS, you know, doesn't get it to your house. And I had been out to lunch with my husband and came home, and it would have only been delivered like an hour before I got home to check on the dogs. And I was just like, surely no one stole my package. Like, that's never happened before. I've never had my mail stolen, luckily. And it said on Pat McGrath's site, or I think it said that, yeah, on Pat McGrath's site, if it doesn't arrive within 3 days, to call them. And at this point, I'm like, kind of, you know, disappointed, just like wondering, you know, what to do, because I didn't think they would help me because it was the day of. I'm just going to take any black shadow right now. I'm just taking the one from the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 because it's the closest to me. I'm going to tap that off because this one is pigmented. And I'm just going to line my upper lash line just to give some definition. And it said, you know, look at your neighbor's house. Ask your neighbors if they accidentally got your package by mistake. So I went all up and down my street, looked at all my neighbors' front porches, nothing. I'm like, there's no way that they, like, my neighbors are either like working or retired. So either they wouldn't have been home to get the package, or if they're retired, they would have just seen it was for me and brought it over to me. Like, I have good neighbors. So then I thought, okay, well, maybe it was just a mistake and, you know, somebody clicked delivered before it was actually delivered on whatever system they have, and it'll be here by the end of the day. I'm going to go back and I'm going to run that deep matte shade on my lower lash line. And so I went and I ran an errand, and then because I was like just so obsessed, I drove back by my house to see if by chance that it had come. Because I had other packages I was expecting to, and I just didn't want to leave them out. Just, you know, precaution. So nothing was on my front porch, or our little front stoop that we have. So I, just out of kind of sheer, like, the way I wanted to check the other half of the street, just down the street, to see if maybe it had gone down there. So I went the opposite way that I normally pull out of my driveway, like when I'm heading to work, because I was going to head back to my office. And so I turned on the street, which is south of mine. So a street over south. And I'm driving around looking at people's front porches for a little black box, because it's kind of distinguishable if you order from actually Pat McGrath. And sure enough, I found my little black box at my neighbor's. I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on some mascara. And there was like a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but there were a few packages on her front step. And I was like, oh gosh, what do I do? Like, I'm sitting in my car. Like, do I go up to the door? Like, is anybody home? I don't want somebody to see me and think I'm stealing somebody's mail, which they probably wouldn't have thought, because I live in a small town, you know, like, anyway, I was like, I cannot leave this package here. I just can't do it. So I walked up, I looked at the box, confirmed it was my name, my address, my Pat McGrath box. And where is my mascara? Okay, found it. And oh, I didn't tell you what I put in my waterline. I got so busy talking. This is the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Baller, one of my favorites ever. And this mascara is, what is it called? Big Monsieur. Monsieur Big by Lancome. So I got out of my car, went up to the door, and I remembered, like, during this, like, this has happened before. Like, this neighbor has gotten my mail before. And so I rang the doorbell, and she didn't answer. And so finally I was like, okay, I've waited a sufficient amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation, which is the Ultra HD Makeup Forever. And I think my under eyes have been kind of dry, so I think I'm going to use this Josie Maran Vibrancy Concealer. Just slap some of that on. So I picked up my box, and oh, I can probably zoom you out now a little bit. There we go. I picked up my box, and I walked away, and finally she had come to the door, and I was like, oh, hi, and like, I know her. So I was like, they sent you my mail. And I went back to like chat with her for a minute, and I looked, and I was like, oh, this box is mine too, and so is this envelope. So UPS had just sent everything a house over. And I know people make mistakes, but an entirely different street. Like, did you not look at the address at all? Like, it was on an entirely different street. So it wasn't like it was like, you know, they just missed a number. They missed the whole street, which I'm not gonna lie, like, that's kind of annoying, but also, like, I get it. People make mistakes. It's a busy time of year. So, and at the end of the day, I had my packages, and that was that. So yeah, that is the, like, it felt like a really kind of dramatic way to get my palette. Like, I just felt like kind of really obsessed with getting it. I'm just setting my foundation with the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Full Coverage Anti-Aging Hydrating Powder in Light. And then we're going to put some color back into this face because I look very washed out at the moment. So yeah, I mean, all's well that ends well. Where is my, oh, there it is. I can't see inside my drawer. All's well that ends well. I've been playing with the palette. This was like a week or two ago now at this point. I've been playing with the palette. I wore this same look to see, I went with my friend, my dear friend, to see the Nutcracker last weekend. And I felt like a little sugar plum fairy because I had on like this blush skirt with stars. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw it. I posted an outfit and I had on these mauve boots, and like just everything was very like rosy tone beigey, and like my makeup was this, and I just felt really, really pretty. And yeah. Okay, I'm going to use my MAC Warm Soul blush. So yeah, I've definitely done a couple looks with this. I've posted some of the looks to my Instagram. I have one that's a little bit smokier. That's really pretty using this palette. It's just really pretty, but I really love this, like, kind of, it almost feels like very ethereal, you know, with like this pink crease. Oh, I forgot the fun part. Okay, I'm going to take this shade here, this Blitz Astral shade. This is also in the Midnight Sun palette, which I also have, and I'm just going to tap that over that lid shade, and then I'll go back in with the lid shade and just kind of, you know, like, so it looks kind of like a pinky sparkle. Oh yeah. You see the difference there? It's so pretty. That's what I love about Pat McGrath. I love her glitter shades. For me, they wear really, really well. Ooh, I did have a little bit of fallout today. Normally I put that on before I do all my face makeup. Ooh, and I am going to use this shade here as a highlight. Look at that, that's pretty. Literally not doing anything today besides some tasky stuff I need to get done that I really don't need to wear makeup for, but I don't care. I like wearing makeup. So I'm just going back in with that eyeliner because it kind of, I like to layer my eyeliner, so in hopes that it'll stay longer. And normally I would put on some lashes, but I gotta be honest with you, I just don't feel like it today. It's a Sunday, and I'm just wanting to get moving with my day. So this is my look using the palette. What do we think? I hope you like it. I need to put on some lips. I do know that. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten, but I have to grab it really quick. Okay. This is just an oldie but a goodie. This is the Too Faced Honey Bear Lip Creme. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but I love this cream lipstick. Love, love, love. And then I'm going to set my face with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is such a different feeling from what I normally set my face with. I normally set my face with this Mario Badescu facial spray, rose water. And this is such a fine mist. It almost feels like nothing is going on my face. But there you have it. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. Yeah, I think that's all I got for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!